something you're still learning, something you're still processing is how God uses your mistakes to pull you closer to Him. I think that in the past you would allow, the enemy to sort of get in your head whenever you would mess up to the point where you felt like God was disappointed in you. And it's not that God doesn't get upset with his children when he sees them mess up or go against him. Um but it's the fact that it's almost instant for those who are truly set apart. It's almost instant, right? There's something that somebody told me recently, and it was a good reminder because it's something that I already know, but it's a good reminder. Basically, he said that when you take a step in the right direction as a follower of God, that's when the devil attacks you harder than before. If you don't belong to God, he don't care what you're doing. He already has you where he wants you. You're not a threat. If you feel like you are undergoing constant spiritual warfare, if you feel like you are undergoing um, setback after setback every time you take a step in the right direction, it's because you are a target. The kingdom of darkness has made you a target because of your calling, because of your purpose. Yeah, people who do witchcraft, maybe that's a part of it. Maybe they attack you for no real reason other than them just being so demonically influenced and oppressed that they feel that they have the literal duty to take you down to prove a point. That's besides the point, though. What we're basically touching on here is the fact that you still use your free will in ways that aren't always pleasing to the Most High. Why is that? Because you're a human being. Now, there is no excuses when you blatantly sin or when you can't get a hold or grasp of an addiction or whatever it is. There's really no real excuse because at some point you do have to take accountability. Which I'm not saying you don't, but I think you have a tendency, and this isn't going to resonate for everybody, so if it's not resonating, go ahead and scroll. But for the people who need to hear this, you could have a tendency of sort of spiraling once you know you've made a mistake and you're like, oh, well, whatever. The damage is done. I might as well keep doing this. Does God really care? Maybe God, and then you try to incorporate what society would think about it and what society's viewpoints would be on what it is, whatever it is, whatever it is you struggle with, you fill in the blank. So, and for me, I've shared it's smoking, it's bad eating habits, it's lust. I mean, as a man, there's many different things. As a human being, there's many different things that we go through and that we have to deal with and sort through and cycles and feeling like we're going in circles. Spirit really wants to encourage you, if you're seeing this, that you've made a lot of progress. You've made a lot of progress, a lot of spiritual progress. But this evolution you're on, this spiritual process that is unfolding, right, in real time, maybe even in front of you. You could have literal spectators Maybe you're the type of person God has literally chosen, and this ties into it as well, but to sort of the reason why you bear the cross. I'm not talking about necklaces, anything like that. It's symbolic, whatever. I'm talking the reason why you're the one whose mistakes or sort of flaws are amplified is because of the gift he's given you. Some would call it Midas touch, some would call it whatever. It's mostly due to the fact that you wear your heart on your sleeve. Your emotions is like a badge of honor, but in order to do a lot of deep subconscious work, you have to outwardly be imperfect. There's a lot of people, especially super religious people, who want to try and save face, right? They want to try to save face. They want to try to look like they're the perfect Christian, or they're the perfect, they're doing all their right things, and they doing when really they're probably some of the worst people. Really, they're probably some of the most, and this is no stones being casted in any direction towards anybody, because like we say, nobody is perfect. It's not possible. Only him. The point I'm making though is that the reason why you stand out so much, the reason why your spiritual evolution is being spectated and people are watching it, and people are talking and people are speculating, and the reason why is because you are chosen. Truly. For a very big purpose, for a very special purpose. You really are supposed to achieve greatness. You really are going to achieve greatness. Your pain serves a true purpose. Your flaws, your whatever, everything serves a real purpose. So you need to remember, if you're coming across this, that part of your evolution is understanding mistakes aren't an opportunity to sort of ruminate, is that the word, dwell in your imperfections. It's an opportunity for you to know that as a human being, you can take what you experienced and understand, and God can use that to mold you. He can use that to mold you. So anyways, without I know it was a pretty deep one, a pretty serious one, but it's just kind of the vibe I've been in lately. I think it's the vibe that a lot of people are in lately, because humor is good, comedic relief is good, but every once in a while, pretty frequently for me, I'll be honest with you, there's been a lot of things that have come up personally that I know I still have to deal with, and we're still dealing with. So if you're seeing this, continue to give yourself grace first and foremost, because you're doing more in the spirit than you realize, and you're not even fully walking in your anointing. That's crazy. You're a whole prophet. You're a whole prophetess, right? But you're not even fully. Some of you are, but if you're coming across this video, that's being activated within you. But it's because you're feeling conviction when you mess up, where before you're like, oh, this is just, oh, God doesn't really care that much. God's chill. Reel it in. Y'all have a good night.